Welcome to Words on Wednesdays. I am recording live both on Periscope and Facebook. Words on Wednesdays is basically it's a writing challenge. It's really a writing challenge for me, but I like to engage the people with conversation. You don't have to be a poet or a writer or anything like that to engage in conversation. And it kind of keeps me sharp, but it also invites you, hey, Asha, what's going on, lady? It invites you to engage and maybe even try your own hand at some writing. How you doing there? Scotty? Thank you so much for the compliment. So I'm Miss Kiane. I'm a poet and I know it. I am the visionary for Kiane Inc., Healing in the Pen, which is really ultimately a creative, expressive business that seeks to foster hope, healing, and social change through poetry and creative expression. We do that through spoken word. I'm a spoken word artist. We do that through cathartic writing workshops, and we also do that through community programs, aka the Gathering Open Mic with a Cause. I have a little gnat in here that's going to probably irritate me, but I'm going to try to stay focused. Focus on you guys. And this is our broadcast. This is our first. We're trying to launch out, do a little something. And Words on Wednesdays is ultimately a writing challenge, what I said before. Writing challenge. So what we're doing is, we're saying, hey, between, let's say, Thursday and Sunday, give me a word. Anybody can give me a word or a topic. We'll add it to our pile of other words and topics in the jar, and then on Sunday, we have a Sunday broadcast, Sunday coaching. We will pick the word or topic, and then I am challenged to write a poem, either using that word that was chosen, or if it's a topic, writing about that topic, writing a poem or something along the lines of that topic. So it's really a writing challenge for me. But I always invite others to engage in that writing challenge. It's the same. We'll spruce it up as we go. Hey, John, what's happening? Thanks for joining. Please give me some hearts and likes and share this broadcast. I invite anybody to participate and challenge themselves, or just really, really engage in the conversation. What's up, Viv? And the word that was picked last Sunday, actually it wasn't a word. It was a topic. Okay, so the topic, Tim Deal, y'all taking me all the way back. What's up, Tim? Okay, so the topic was, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Can you see it on my forehead? The lighting is not that great, and I apologize, Facebook. I'm going to have to work on my device so I can get a better lighting on you guys. But mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. That was the topic. Mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. Somebody gave me that topic. I was like, okay. Ooh, how can I do it? Make sure I, do it justice. What does that mean to me? How can I write about it, incorporate it in a poem or something? So I want us to engage in conversation. I want you to type on here. Come on, type and add on. Give me some hearts. Share the post. Thank you, Asha, for sharing the video. Because this is pointless if there's no interfacing and no interaction. So feel free to ask questions, criticisms, feedbacks, or what have you. I'm going to share a poem that I wrote based on that. Now, the poem, I did have 2 days, but you know how that go. It shows up backwards. What shows up backwards? Oh no, what's happening? Something's backwards? Oh, on your end, the words. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. It shows up backwards. My bad. But the topic is mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. So let's get into conversation. I'm not going to be long because I think my video is kind of getting long, and I'm going to be mindful of the time. But I want us to engage in a robust conversation. Thanks, I got it. Have any of you ever, can you relate to kind of mourning or feeling some kind of way about a previous lifestyle? Whether that was, maybe you were healthier before than you are now and you're dealing with health issues, or maybe you was a wild child and now you've kind of toned it down and you're not as outgoing as you used to be, or maybe you are actually, maybe it flipped. Maybe you were kind of drab and boring before. Now for some, you've kind of come out of a shell, but sometimes you may mourn that previous lifestyle. Anybody can relate to a mourning, or maybe you were like me, who used to be skinny and now you not. Woo! How many can say yes? Thanks for the hearts. Anybody can relate to that? If you can relate to that, put a 1 in the post. If you like, I have no idea what you're talking about, put a 2 in the post. How many can relate to perhaps maybe just kind of like having to get over something that you used to do or be able to do or was about, and now you're no longer about? If you can relate, put a 1 in the post. If you can't, you're like, sorry, you by yourself, put a 2 in the post. You can relate. Okay, I see you. Great, Pam. Viv, you can relate to. Okay. Anybody feel like sharing maybe a 1 word, maybe like about what that previous lifestyle or previous experience may be? It could be a 1 word. You ain't got to type a paragraph or nothing like that. I know for me, hey Monica, for me, man, I used, you was an empty nester for a year. And then they came back. Healthier, yes. I can relate to that. I felt like I was on top of the world health-wise, and not that I'm ill, but there's some health issues that I need to be mindful of that I didn't have to be mindful of before. I used to be able to, I don't think I'll have breakfast today, lose 10 pounds. Now it's like, if I eat a chip, it's like, okay, the whole body is blowing up with water weight or whatever the case may be. And that kind of can be depressing if you're an active person or something like that. I mean, not that you can't change your lifestyle, obviously, but it can be kind of depressing. Someone else mentioned health issues. I have the person who gave me this topic, and I put it in the pool. They had a different lifestyle before health-wise. They were on the go, traveled the world, party, have a good time, hang out with their friends, and then, receive diagnosis of a health concern that has significantly inhibited what they can do. And so it's like a part of who you are, you have to shift, right? So it can be a little sad. What does that mean, sir? Okay, we may have to do a blockage. Okay. So mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. That was a topic that I had to write about. It was challenging because I didn't want to be heavy. And I'm a poet, so, poets sometimes. What's up, Myron? This how we connect, Myron? A poet, we try to be brief. We try to be abstract and mystical. So, I don't know if we try to be, but sometimes it can be that way. And so I was trying not to be heavy about it, because it can be, mourning, mourning, indicates something sad. But it doesn't have to be. So I wrote a poem. I'm not quite finished, but my deadline was today. So, hey. It's okay. But before we go further with that, wanted to give you some backdrop just for those who are new, are not familiar with Kiane Inc. Healing in the Pen. Again, I'm Miss Kiane. I'm a poet and a poet. I'm the visionary for Kiane Inc. Healing in the Pen, creative arts organization, hope, healing, and social change. That's what we're all about. You can follow me on social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now Periscope, if you're into Periscope. And you can find me there either at, hey Frank, my brother. Yo, we got viewers all the way from the motherland, you guys. This is awesome. Love you, bro. So you can follow me on any social media platform, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, either at Kiane Inc., KIANEINK, or Miss Kiane, MISSKIANE. You can check us out on the website, www.kianeinc.com. That's www.kianeink.com. Check us out, follow, share, give feedback. We are looking for volunteers and helpers and things like that. And hopefully I'll be able to share some of those opportunities with you before the broadcast is over. Hello, Mr. Thomas. How are you doing today, sir? So before I share the piece, my rushed piece, anybody who writes understands that. Let me ask a few other questions. So we talked about maybe you've experienced mourning of a previous lifestyle. You gave some examples. Somebody was an empty nester. Now they came back. We also talked about health issues or whatever the case may be. So anybody maybe say, I have a different lifestyle than I did before. And yes, it took some adjusting, but it's better on the second half. So the new lifestyle or the changes or what have you actually is better than the old. And though you had to let the old go, you embraced the newer lifestyle much, much more quicker than the old. Anybody have that experience? If you do, hey, Nabria, got family on the line. If you do have that experience where the new lifestyle is like, look, I'm all good. You put a 1 in there. If it's all right, we got a 1 for the new lifestyle is far better. I know that's right. Viv. Hi, Margaret. So if your new lifestyle is better, put a 1. And you're like, my mourning of my old was minimal, but my new lifestyle is all that and then some. Put a 1 in the comments. Let me see what y'all working with. What you're working with. What you're working with. I got 1. Who else who can say, anybody else can say, man, my new lifestyle, I mourned my old, but it was minimal in comparison to my new lifestyle, my new place. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Relocation. Oh, excellent, Asha. Excellent. Yeah, some of y'all doing big stuff, like big stuff. I'm trying to get with y'all, doing a doggone thing. I can relate to that too, because it's like a duality. So I feel like, man, I used to be able to do this, or I remember when I had more money, self-love now. I love it. Yes. That kind of thing. And now I don't. But then I started reflecting, particularly writing this piece, started reflecting, hey, Bishop, that, man, my new cannot really compare. Yet it can be intense on both sides. Like, I can reflect and say, man, I really miss these things. And then of the old. And then I can say, but in comparison to where I am mentally, spiritually, it just can't compare. It can't compare. So I can relate to both sides. I am going to, read this piece. I haven't memorized. It's going to be a read piece. Like I said, it was a writing prompt for me. So you know how writing prompts go. You may or may not finish. But here we go. It's called Good Mourning. Good, Mourning, Mourning. Good morning. I have 2 piles. One labeled Goodwill and the other Keep. One pile filled with colors, prints, small stitches. The other, grays, charcoals, and one-size-fit-alls. 2 piles. One pile taller than the other. Taller because the sky was the limit, and even the sky was no limit if I could commit to my own invincibility. And the other pile, wider. Wider because, well, I was wider. And wider because there comes a time when height is subjective. True depth is the real objective. Besides, it hurts less if you fall from here. I have 2 piles. One labeled then and the other labeled now. One pile loaded with memories, all-nighters, cheap perfume that fill the room, fast cars, fast talk, fast food with no caloric consequences. The other pile, also memory rich, all-nighters with dream birthing pushes, baptisms in the sweat of determination, and fast talk is childish talk. And ain't nobody got time for that. 2 piles. One pile labeled one day, and the other today. One day I'll be a doctor, a writer, a dancer, a wife, a mother, a houses and land owner. One day I'll be prettier, taller, wiser. I'll be stronger, bolder, and one day I'll be successful, comfortable in my own skin. And today, well, today, I'm no doctor with oversized credentials hanging in my office, yet my smile is a healing source to be reckoned with. Today, my prolific writings are still in transit from pen to post, but my words have been scribbled on the hearts of men. Today, I am single and with no children and without children, yet my quiver is full. Today, my ankles are weaker and my limbs less limber, but I have danced and still dance unapologetically. Today, I own only one dwelling and no land thanks to eminent domain. However, my souls have traveled lands near and far like La Haciendita, like Ivory Coast and Martha Bray. And though my skinny jeans have been replaced with slimming slacks, and the flame of youthful ignorance doused by maturity, my theories of hope in my one day have become manifest in my today. So today, I am prettier, I am taller, I am wiser, I am stronger, bolder, better, and today I am successful. I am comfortable in my own skin. It is a good morning. All right. That is my word challenge for Words on Wednesdays. Good morning. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. Now, this is what I want to hear from you guys. Anybody can relate to anything that you heard in the poem today. Thank you, Vivian. If you can relate to it in any fashion, hey, Asha, thank you. So give me a 1 and give me maybe a couple of words of where you can relate. If you can relate, give me a 1. If you're like, yo, you out there in space, give me a 2 and tell me why. That's cool too. This is my good morning poem from the word challenge for the day was write a poem about the topic, mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. Anybody can relate to anything they heard in the poem? Give me a 1 and tell me why and how. Let's hit it. You ain't got to be a poet to be a part of the conversation. Anybody have any questions? Like, what does that mean? So, I'm putting that back. Okay, so listen. Maybe you weren't aware of the word on Wednesday's challenge, and you want to get in on it. It's not too late. You can still do that. Mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. Write something. A free write, a journal entry, a poem, a list. You can do whatever you want. See what you come up with and your thoughts about that experience. So Asha, okay. Then and the one day pile is a real thing. Yes, it is. Then then it will be, then it was back then, and the now, and the one day. You know how many one day? Oh gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. I totally get that. So many things in our one day. And so anybody else, any criticisms, any things, Vivian, you loved it. What did you love about it specifically? Anything you can relate to? Give me a 1 if you can relate to it, a 2 if you like, can't connect in any fashion, and tell me why. It's all good. I got tough skin. I can handle it. I'm all good. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So I can definitely relate to that as I wait for you guys. Thanks for the hearts. I want to encourage us not to be overwhelmed and cast down by the one day pile when you start looking at your now pile based on your one day or your then pile and the now pile. They don't seem to coincide. Don't be despaired by that. Don't be discouraged by that. Because what I found in writing this, hey Maurice, what's up? Thanks, Vivian. What I found is that as I was writing it, I was going one direction, but as I found and I started thinking and reflecting, I was like, there is manifestation of my then in my now. It is. I didn't, may not always recognize it or bring attention to it, but it's there. So don't be in despair behind that if there's disparity. Start reflecting and you begin to see the connections. Okay, the way it was contrasted, the then and the now. Okay, gotcha. You like the comparison and contrast. Okay, we also said because having your expirations reflecting somehow on your present gives hope. Yes, very good. I appreciate that, Frank. That's what happened for me in the poem and writing it. Reflecting gave me hope. I mean, it's so funny. I was like, oh, because I got some list of things over here in this pile. I didn't come nowhere near that thing. But at least I thought I didn't. But in my reflection, it gave me hope. And I saw that there was some manifestation there. So thanks, Frank, for that feedback. Reflecting on the present does give hope. You got to hold on to that hope, y'all. Hold on to it. Okay? It's like laundry. You know what I'm saying? A laundry pile. Piling up. Can you tell it's real for me? The laundry pile. In my case, the Goodwill pile. Giveaway pile. Like, I love that dress. I don't want to let it go. I can't fit that dress. No more. No more. So that's cool. Anybody else want to bring some feedback to this? Like any places you can relate or any questions, anything that you like want to ask. I'm open to that as well. Let me see what my time look like, because I ain't going to be on here. Okay, I got about 4 minutes that I want to make sure I'm not too long. Because when you share this post, I want it to be worth the share. Okay, thank you for the hearts, guys. So listen, thank you so much for the feedback. I want you to take some time on your own. Think about mourning. Mourning the loss of a previous lifestyle. You don't have to share it. You can, but you don't have to. But for your own sake, as Frank said, reflect. And like I did, reflect on the then and the now. And not for the purpose of being sad, but for the purpose of introspection to find that perhaps there has been manifestation in my now.